parents, it's Corrie from This and That, and today I am sharing a small grocery haul. We went to some Amish grocery stores while we were in Pennsylvania, and I'm going to share what we got coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back. So today I'm sharing a very small grocery haul. I haven't needed too much from the Amish bulk grocery stores in Pennsylvania because I bought so much last summer and last fall that just a few items were needed, and a lot of the times I end up buying snack food there because it is so much cheaper than the regular stores back home. And what I'll do in this video is I will also do a price comparison. So I will show you what it costs for some of these items at other grocery stores, places like Costco, Target, Walmart, Amazon, you know, the average places that most people can go to. I know Costco, I don't even have a Costco membership, but it was easier to find some of the prices on Costco because some of the things actually are Costco brand. So we stopped in Pennsylvania on the way down to Virginia to visit some family. We did stay overnight at a friend of ours in the Lancaster area and spent the night with him and his wife. And that allowed us the next day to go out and run a bunch of errands, getting some farm equipment that we needed to bring back home, and to also grab some groceries from the bulk stores. I did try two new places this time around. One of them was in the Corrieville area. I forgot the name of it. It was very small. I wasn't really that impressed. I will leave the name up on the screen. It was kind of very small and a little on the dumpy side, which is a surprise because usually most of these Amish grocery stores are very clean and neat. I also went to Singing Springs, which is in Corrieville, right off of 896. If you have watched Adeline's videos, she does a lot of bulk grocery shopping, and she lives in central Pennsylvania, so it's easier for her to go to these places. I'd never heard of this place, and it's actually not far from where we stay a couple of times a year, so it was fun going there because their 4th anniversary sale was going on. So I got not only some great deals, but we got some free ice cream. They did really big soft serve ice cream cones. They gave you a ticket when you went through the register, and then you could go to the cafe and get a soft serve ice cream, either vanilla, chocolate, or twist. I didn't take any pictures. It was so crowded. There were a ton of Amish kids. They were there on their school break. The teacher had brought them over. They had walked over from the school, and they were everywhere. And I just don't feel comfortable, you know, taking a lot of pictures and videos with the Amish around. I try to be very respectful for them. So I didn't get any pictures of that. The other nice thing about this grocery store is they had a huge playground with picnic tables outside, so just near the parking lot. So my husband brought my daughter to play with all the kids. So she played with Amish kids, English kids, Mennonite kids, and she was having such a blast while I got to shop in the store. So we really enjoyed that. And they also had free coffee and donuts, and like I said, really good sales. We also hit Creekside Foods, which is in Kinzers, PA. It is one of our favorite small Amish run and Amish owned grocery stores. Some of our Amish friends who live down the road told us about it, and I'm so glad they did because I always tend to get really good deals there. And it's a nice, clean store. The staff is wonderful. We also hit the Bird in Hand Farm Store. We got some things that were non-food related because I needed to get some fertilizer, and they have a really great selection there. And I also did get, that's where I get my mozzarella cheese. I get a large block of mozzarella cheese from there as well. And that was about it. We didn't hit too many stores this time around. We just really didn't have the time because we had so many errands, and then we had to drive 3 hours to Northern Virginia to spend time with family. So I'm going to stop talking because I'm sure you'd like to know what I got and how much I spent. So let's get into the video. So here's a look at what we got. Like I said, not a gigantic haul this time around because I have so much flour and oats and a lot of other things that I really did not need to go crazy, and I can wait for some of those items in August when we go and stay for about 14 days. So I'll go through some of the items over here first. Like I said, Singing Springs was having their 4th anniversary. They gave out these cute little notepads when you went through. Here's the address of their store, Georgetown Road in Corrieville, which is off of, I think it's 372, and I know it's definitely 896. So we went there, and like I said, really enjoyed ourselves. So there I got a huge bag of the Kirkland, which is the Costco brand sugar. That was $9.99, so it's only like $1 difference from Costco, but I do not have a Costco membership. So this worked great for me because I'm going through sugar like crazy with all the baking and cooking. So I got that. This is a 10-pound bag. While we were there, we also got a pumpkin whoopie pie. This was actually half price, so it was only $1.04, I think it was. Haven't eaten it yet. While we were there, I also got, this was a mega deal. Now, these are 14 something. I'll put the price up on the screen for you to see. This is normally the 14 something. I want to say $14.79 or $14.99. These are stevia clear drops to put in drinks and teas and things. This was on sale for $7.99. Now the shelf was empty, and I got extremely lucky because somebody put this down in the store somewhere. So I would have bought more, but I was lucky at least to get one of these because they're really good in teas and things like that. While we were there, I also got some garlic and dill cheddar cheese. I love all of these different little specialty cheeses, and just this little one was $1.76, which I thought was a great price. I also got some clear cook type gel. I use this for different things like making chicken pot pie to can. I also use it for some of my other recipes. So it's because you can cook it. So that's the one I like for canning. So I was getting low, so I grabbed another one to make sure I had plenty. While I was at Singing Springs, I also got a couple of spices that I was getting low on. I got some mustard seed because I use that when I make my pickles. I got some more rosemary. I'm growing my own this year, but I don't have a lot left right now. So this will get me through the summer and probably into the fall. And I also got some basil, also growing basil, but just didn't have enough right now. I got this at Singing Springs. Now this was on sale. It was a sale they had, a special. It was $4.30. And I will put the price up. I think it was Costco that I found this at. And I know BJ's has it. Usually it's $8.99 or $9.99. So I paid $4.30. So that was a really good deal. And I think that is it for what we got. Oh, no, I got these too. These were on sale. I needed some more regular mouth ball jar lids, and these usually are $3.99. These were on sale for $2.50, which was really cheap because normally $2.79 is the cheapest I find them. So $2.50 was a great deal. So I bought 6 of those to add to my stash of canning goodies. I also got the jumbo stuffing shells. We've never tried these before, but I figured it would be fun to try to do something with stuffing them with some ground beef and some mozzarella cheese. So I grabbed those as well. And so that was it at Singing Springs. We also stopped at the Bird in Hand farm store. And like I said, their prices are really good for a lot of their cheeses. I noticed that they have gone up from the last time. Last time I paid $2.59. This time they were $2.80, and I've got 5.5 pounds here. But this is still a good deal. And I cut these, vacuum seal them, and freeze them. And then when I'm ready to use them, I take it, defrost it, shred it, and then we can use it right then and there. And it works great. And usually one of these lasts us almost 6 months. I think the last one we bought in November when we went down to visit family, and we stopped in PA, and I bought another one of these, and I'm almost done with it now, which is why I bought another one. So pretty good with those. So the next place we went to was Creekside, and that's my favorite one. Like I said, it's small, hole-in-the-wall place, but I like their prices. And I usually get I've got a lot of like bagged bulk goods there. If you watch some of my other videos, I'll share some of the things I got there, and they were really inexpensive. But they always have this big section when you walk in of some metal shelves full of stuff that's marked down, and the prices are so cheap. I got some more real salt while I was there because I've been using this in all my cooking. And what else did I get there? I also got a whoopie pie there. It was probably about maybe that big, the size of like a regular oatmeal cookie And that was 75 cents, and that was delicious. That was devoured. So that is gone. And the rest of the things that I got at Creekside are mostly on this side, except for a few things from Rural King that we went to. So it was mostly a lot of more of junk food. We don't eat a lot of junk food in our house. So when I buy them at the store, they tend to last months because they take a while for us to go through them. So normally I don't buy Utz cheese balls anymore. I usually like to get the Lesser Evil, the space balls, because they're organic and they're a lot healthier. But I could not pass this up, and what we do is usually I'll take small portions and we'll bring them. So we started eating some, and we shared some with family too. So that's why it's gotten into now. This is a 35 ounce, which is larger because most of the stores sell 23 ounce. And I'll share the price on the screen. I paid $3.50 for this at Creekside. So that was a huge savings. And these don't expire, I think, until June or July. So we're all set with those. More things I got there were these gluten-free Oreo cookies that are mint flavored. These were $1.89 a piece. I'll also share the price for those. I think they were $4.89 at Walmart. And these, I think, expire, I want to say, the end of this month, which is fine because they're in foil packages and they will last. So I'm not too worried about those. We'll have one or two here and there, and these will last us a bit. This was an amazing deal. This was $3.99. This is the 1 pound Hershey's Cocoa. This doesn't expire until the end of the year. And I looked these up because I know there is a cocoa shortage right now. And this would be handy to make different candies and mixes and cakes and things. So I always like to have cocoa on hand. And this was $3.99, and I will put the price up, but I was finding this like $8.99, $9.99. So this is like more than half off. So that was a really good deal. We also got, we don't like a lot of salt. These were lightly salted Planters peanuts. These were $1.99. I didn't grab the price of these. I had forgotten. I want to say they're like $2 or $3.99 at some of the, Walmart, Target, those types of places. We had 3 of these, but we did share some of these with family. These are $2 at Walmart. I was getting them for 79 cents. They had nacho cheese and Cool Ranch, but we got those. This was at the small place that I didn't care for. It started with an S. I want to say it's like Salvano. It's like a weird name that's local for that area. These were 50 cents. It is so hard to find the original Sun Chips, and I love these. So I had gotten 4 bags of these, and 2 of them I ate while on vacation with sandwiches. So I grabbed those. These were also, I forgot, at Singing Spring, and those were 75 cents a piece, and I bought 6. So I have had some of those. I love Dr. Pepper, and I know diet is so bad for you. So it is a treat once in a while. And then the last things I got here were, these were at Rural King. I've never been to a Rural King, and we went to Front Royal and stopped in, and they had some ground allspice. And the reason I got the poultry seasoning is because it does not have any salt in it, and we do not like salt. I rather put the salt in myself so I can control. So I grabbed those as well. So like I said, not a lot of stuff, and but pretty happy with what I did get. And I'm looking forward to making a list and going in August to these places, especially going back up to Whisper and Pines, L&L Market, which is about an hour or so north of Lancaster, past Harrisburg. And those are some of my favorite places. But pretty happy with this stuff here. We had a really nice trip. We also hit a really big greenhouse. That was just amazing. I bought a bunch of mint plants to grow, dry, and make my own teas for the summertime and to use over the winter. I got some more strawberry plants because I've just been in strawberry growing mode and interested in growing my own. So I got those as well. So a short trip, but a very enjoyable trip to the Amish bulk grocery stores. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, my friends, stay safe and be well.